There we go. Yes. We're on. We're on now. So, you know how it is. Sometimes you have your technical difficulties, but we got it worked out with just, a few little 3 minutes right there. So, thank everybody who is already online with me, Tam Telling Tales, as well as ICU Reading and Social Network. Of course, we are here to talk about The Fort, the fifth and final book of the Black series with author Joan Vassar. You guys, I see that we're on live. I can see the comments. If you have a hard time hearing me at all, let me know. I'll try to talk up. Got little issues going on with my voice right now, as you may be able to tell. So if I need to kind of talk a little bit louder through the interview, then just give me a heads up, okay? Because I want to make sure that you all can hear me. But for the most part, we're going to let our guest do a lot of the talking for this evening because we have so many questions and I'm sure so many jewels that we want her to drop on us this evening about the fort. So let me just let you know, Joan visually will not be here with us, okay? So audibly, she's going to be here. So just imagine that, this is an audible listen. Okay. So we are going to get Joan tapped in here. Joan,
Hello, people.
there you go.
Hello, everyone.
So I want to go through and say hi to everybody. I see Lisa is here and Angela is here. That's my number one right there, boy. Um, Manna from on heaven. I love it. Come through, name. Yes. And she is saying hi to everyone in Fort Independence. Rena is here. Ebony, of course, is here. Sam is here. Yes. So awesome. Awesome. And it looks like you guys can hear me. So, hey, Joan. Hey.
Hey, honey bunny, how are you?
I'm good. Before we start talking about the fort, I do want to congratulate you again, as well as the Fort and Beyond, on celebrating 1 year of being around and sharing all that you do with us. So, congratulations again.
Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's been an exciting year, so that has been good. And I've had a lot of fun, so I'm glad to be here.
Yes, you guys were on earlier and just kind of talked about all of the new friendships and things like that that has been developed from the fort existing and just the interaction between the groups ICU reading as well as the Fort and Beyond and DM's Diamonds. Like it's just amazing to see how we all kind of just came together. And I know people have been visiting each other in different states and all that kind of stuff. So that is pretty exciting to see.
Yes.
Um, as while I'm speaking on the different groups, if you are a member in any of those groups and you want to share this live in them, by all means, feel free to go ahead. We want everyone to be able to come in and experience this discussion of the fort. So if you haven't done so, you can go ahead and share that now. Let's see. I'm gonna give it about 3 minutes, and we can talk a little bit about some non-fort things if you would like. Um, any projects that you may have coming up shortly, because I feel like there is a book on the horizon. I've been seeing a little something there. So if you want to talk about that really quickly, then we can before we delve into our discussion about the fort.
So I have a book coming out called Love in Africa, and it is about it takes place in New York, between Queens and Manhattan, and
Mm.
it's 1985, and the characters are in love and trying to figure it out. It's a romantic novel that is just kind of a little angsty, where life has been a little hard on the characters and they're trying to figure it out and be in love. So I'm excited about this book coming out. I actually wrote this book between Black and Elbert and just never put it out. So, um,
Really?
um, yeah, I wrote it right after I got Black complete. While it was in editing, I felt like I needed something to do. So I started this book and 93,000 words, and then put it aside and moved right on
Mm.
to Elbert and never did anything with the book. And so, um, my oldest daughter kept asking me, when are you going to publish this story about Africa and Tracy? And I said, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. And so in September of last year, I had just finished the fort and was trying to figure out what I was doing. And I was talking with my daughter in Alexandria. And Alexandria said, you have a book that has 93,000 words and you've not done anything with it. I said, I have two. I have another one called Fair Exchange that I've been carrying around since 2007. It's 86,000 words. So she said, why don't you go ahead and start working on it? And I said, well, it is, I've been so immersed in the Ford, I hadn't wanted to deal with it. But then I realized that the Black series was over. So I went back and dismantled the book and and basically, rewrote it, applying the things that I've learned about writing now that I didn't know then. And so that book will be out probably around the 20th of May. I don't have the date down perfect, but when I do, I'll let you guys know.
Awesome. So I'm glad I asked that. So you've been sitting on Loving Africa that long because Black came out. Well, you wait. When did you finish Black? Because I know you wrote it a while ago, and
I
then
finished Black. I finished Black in 2014, and in 2015 I wrote this book.
girl, this what you do, Joan? This it? Okay. That's fine. So we know that we got Love in Africa coming towards the end of this month. And then there's a whole nother book that you are working on now. I missed the name of that one. What was that one?
The name of this book is called Sedition, and
Sedition.
yes, Sedition, and
Oh,
I
okay, then.
usually and so this book, and I know it takes place in 1924 and 1926. And
Okay.
sedition means conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against authority or state monarch. So
I'm said that because you know I was about to ask the people to hit that Google and then come on back into this comment section and tell me what it means because
right.
sis needed a definition. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Okay, so I'm glad that I asked that. I'll probably double back towards the end to make sure that everybody knows about those the books that you're working on. But I think right now would be a great time for us to say hey to some more folks who have come in, and then we are going to start talking about the fort, honey. So let's see who we got. Stephanie is here. And Tina is here. That's my manager, y'all. Tina's my manager. Monique is here, and Monica is here, and Alfreda is here. The Fort and Beyond is here. Vienna is here. Christine is here. Hi, you guys. So glad that you can join us on this evening. Y'all are right on
Yay.
time. We
Thank
about to start
y'all for
talking
showing
about the
up to us.
fort.
Mhm.
So, first things first, I just want to express that with this being the final book, I really thought that I was going to be in the book, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't in the book, John.
I
And
know.
I feel like I felt the way. I feel like I felt the way. However, the book was good. And so I said to myself, I said, self, get over it. So I got over it, but I really was expecting to be somewhere in there. But I could have been one of the whores at the Pussy Paul or something.
Right, right. Me
I
too.
mean,
Me
damn,
too.
I could, I could have been one of them at least. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
So,
it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. Let me be in the Pussy Parlor. It's totally fine. Okay. So, thank you so much for letting us know that this is the final book. I know you said that we've had some questions about whether or not it was actually going to be, because the book is written in a way where it can't open up to potentially having another one. But do you feel confident that this is it for the Black series?
I do. I do feel confident that this is it for the Black series. Um, and because these books were a heavy they were heavy to write and to maintain Black's character, who he is, all of them, to keep up with the characters. I mean, because this is not the same as writing a novel that you would
Mm,
get a couple of characters and you would tell a story about them. This is telling about a city. So then that makes you have to fill the city with a lot of characters and different stories. So this leads to a lot of characters, and so it's a
mm,
lot of work, you know.
mm.
And and it was important for me to show Black community, Black friendship, both male and female, and so this was a big deal. If I were to pick it back up again, I did leave it open for myself to branch off and do other things if I so chose, but I'm not interested in telling any more stories in the Black series. I have moved on, and I think I have discovered a kind of urban fiction that is historical. So I'm here. I'm gonna give it a shot because
Oh,
my characters in 1924 are about to rob a bank. So I'm having fun with them.
come on in. They better set it off. And then, of course, we know your other books are in, the 80s. So, unfortunately, Francine, and then
Yeah,
Love in Africa. So, I'm digging it. I can honestly say that I am not mad at the idea of this being, the final installment. Although the series is amazing. Um, it is so it's packed with so much that you can reread this series just over and over again and feel like you're reading it for the first time, honestly. So, with it being quote unquote over, it's not really. It just gives
right,
us opportunity to just kind of re-experience it over and over again. So I'm excited for my reread through the whole thing. Matter of fact, my re-listen.
right.
I'm gonna be listening. Listen, I'm about to listen to the Black series at the gym.
How
Hmm.
about that?
Put my
And he
earphones
and he did
in,
a fabulous job.
do a little workout, listen
Right.
to Toby, and burn some calories.
And he did a
Re-experience it
fabulous
like
job. He really
he did
brought
awesome
it.
job.
He yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hmm.
Oh, he did an awesome
Hmm.
job. Okay, let's go to the comments. Let's see what y'all talking about over here. Baina, yeah, we just answered your question. It's the final book. She sounding real confident about this, y'all. I'm with it. I'm with it. Let's see. You must wait a minute. A shot. You
And
must.
to just kind of throw something extra in on it being the final book, it was left in a place for the reader to try to connect the past to now. That when you
Okay.
get up and you think about Ahmaud Arbery, you know, Trayvon Martin, um, George Floyd, when you see mass incarceration and those things, you are supposed to be able to connect the dots and try to figure out if you are really living much different.
Man, John, it's so funny that you said that right now because I'm thinking about one of the reviews that I did for I think it was Emancipating James.
Hmm.
And at the time, that was when was it
Floyd. Hmm.
George Floyd. That was when all of that was happening. And so my review was parallels to
Was
what
to
was
that,
going on
yes.
to today. And it's just so funny that you said that. Because yeah, like these books will still have you just contemplating on all the things that's still going on in today's society. So girl, you just got it. So we've got questions coming in on the chat. So let's get to it. Let's see here. So we have a question here, John. It says, why was it important to bring the books to audio?
um, Quite honestly, I bought the books to audio because I felt like if the books ever become a movie, the possibility of things that people really love being removed from it in order, because based on a true novel, some things when you write don't translate to the screen well. And I felt that um, Jacoby would bring a cinematic feel where the reader would get to actually experience what I wrote, and it would not be changed. And he, um, I think, did a wonderful job. But I felt like that I was doing the series a disservice um, by not stepping it up to the next level. And the other thing is that I have glaucoma. So, because I have
Mm.
glaucoma, it occurred to me that sometimes people are in positions where they can't read. And so, I thought that it would be an opportunity to share my art with people who otherwise are busy on the go, traveling, or just have gotten older and their eyes are not the same.
Oh, I'm so glad that you said that, Joan. Because I have, listened in on some clubhouses before, and there was a listener, and she said that, and it was the first time that I even thought about it or considered it, and I'm like, oh my god, like that makes so much sense. And
Thanks.
so, man, I know they are so very grateful that not only did you have it available to them on audio, but that you made Jacoby the voice of the series, honey, because y'all, y'all,
Well, with
y'all
him,
know.
with
Them
Jacoby,
diamonds in here, they know.
with Jacoby, I always, since 2000, like 18, I believed that he was the voice of Black. I just um, hadn't the nerve to ask him, and when I did, he said yes, and I not only wanted them to come up on Audible, but I wanted them to be um, as perfect as they could be. And I believed that it would be with him. And so I was worried because I believe if he would have said no, I would have, well, I know that if he would have said no, I wouldn't have come to Audible because, you're going to spend, my books are long, so you're going to spend hours with the narrator. And it isn't that there aren't good narrators. I just knew he was the voice for Black. Yeah.
Mm, yep, 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 yep. You are absolutely correct. I am going to start asking a few questions that's specific to the fort, you guys. So,
Okay.
I have some that were sent to me, and okay, well, first, I need to ask about this, and I'm glad that they included this in their list of questions as well. Um, so Virgil and Armand's. Ah. So we got us a little man on man action clearly in the book. Woo child. Not only was it man on man, it's all interracial and stuff. Didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming. And I really need to know what was the motivation behind including this relationship, because I just was feeling like, was they bounce wow wowing like that back then? You gotta add the bounce on the end, because it that signifies that it was something different, because the bounce wow is just man and woman, but the bounce wow is when you got two of the same, huh? So tell us what motivated us to get that in the fort.
So, one of the things that I did was extensive research. And it was important to depict the time as it truly was. And so, what you had was buck breaking, and I think that people don't realize that Black men experienced abuse too. So, I don't explain it all out, but you could see that Percy had a hard life before he met Virgil, and he was with Virgil for 5 years. So, being homosexual in 1860 Canada is punishable by death.
Whew.
By death.
Mm.
So I think it's funny that people don't realize that they are not the first gay couple in this series. Nettie and Suzanne are seeing each other. I
Yeah,
mean, and you
I
know what?
mean that
I
was
know that
different.
people don't. No, it's really not. It's
I mean,
really.
I feel
I
like
mean,
it was, because
whether
only
we're
two
sort,
girls, and that was
whether we're
more like acceptable because you had to really share your man. You know what I'm saying? And they were EJ, and so I mean, it was just I mean, I guess they
well, but
gave.
you do remember that
Uh,
EJ did ask for them to be in a relationship to give it a shot. If you go back
I
into the book,
mean,
and they did. So
yeah.
when you
But we didn't get no meat on that particular relationship. Like, we just kind of felt like, yeah, they together because they gotta
right,
be, otherwise they not gonna be with EJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, if it wasn't for EJ, they wouldn't have been together. But when it come to
right,
Virgin and Percy, they like, nah, we loves each other. Like, we is out
right.
here catching whole attitudes. If you looking sideways at a chick out here in these streets, like, this a whole nother different type of situation. Then you was giving us little love situations with them. I said, well, let me clutch my invisible pearls. Mm, ain't this something? And may I just add that it was written so well. It was just
Wow.
mm, like, admittingly, I didn't necessarily need for like these, a bunch of detail about
Right,
those love making scenes. I ain't gonna front.
right,
I didn't need it. But the way that you wrote it was like, these are men who are in love, and you gonna get this love making scene, but you not gonna be like overly uncomfortable. And I liked it. I could tell.
You
I
know
could tell.
what? I think that it was important to show that this happened, this took place, and you're trying to give people a sense of the time. And so people probably think I added it in there to be inclusive, but I didn't. I already had added Abraham Lincoln, and he's gay. So, I mean, I already had a gay person in the book. The president was gay.
Okay, yes. Yes. All right. You was right. However,
However, right,
we didn't get the meat and
right,
potato with nobody but Virgil and Percy. You know what I mean?
right, right,
So that's who we had to resonate with. That's who was really
right.
the the ones that we was like, oh, we about to get some man on man action here. You know, like A did his thing, but he did it on the low.
He
You just
did.
kind of had to assume that, that's what was going down with Abe. But
Well, in truth, it didn't go with the story. But if
mm,
you go back to book 3, when Black turns him over to his captain of the guard, when in not book 3, book 4, when they're going back just before they end up in quarantine, and Black turns him over in New York to his captain of the guard, Abraham Lincoln. That person is who Abraham Lincoln was sleeping with every time his wife went out of town. So I did put his lover in the book. It wasn't relevant. So you don't want the story to be a dump, right? But what
girl, you
happens
be
is,
doing that.
so I did put his lover in the book, but if it
Woo.
wasn't relevant, it wasn't. So the person that Black turns Abraham Lincoln over to before they leave and go back to Canada, that is his actual lover. This man went on to have children with women, but this is a person that spent many nights. And when Abraham Lincoln was killed, shortly after that, a book was written during Lincoln's time. So I know people think that I'm giving you stuff that is new, but this the aspect of homosexuality was there even if you didn't know it. And here's why: because that's the real world.
Yeah.
It's the
Mm.
real world. So I wasn't going to say this is Lincoln's lover. I just put him in there because he was Lincoln's lover.
As Monica said, we is getting the tea because yes, I remember hearing the rumors about Abe, but you just reminded me, and I'm sure it's probably some people who did not know that's in the comment section right now. Cause Alfreda, did you know? Girl, you ain't know, did you? I had forgot, honestly. I had forgot. So this here be
And
the
you know
thing.
what? And I put it in there because you're telling a story, and but what happens is you're trying to be true to the time. So even if the reader doesn't recognize it during these times and discussions, the reader is like, oh, so there was another man in there with his lover. You don't realize it because it wasn't relevant to the story, but he was there because it was real. So the story is fictional, the conditions are real.
Mm. Yep. And Angela, she says this is why she got to go back and read the actual book. Like it is totally fine that we done with it because we can go back and read the book with another set of eyes. Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, let me go back because now I'm gonna see this differently. I'm gonna read it
Yes.
differently. Oh my goodness, you is so right. Abe and his whole lover.
Yep.
Oh,
And
they were
and
bound
this
to be
particular and this
around.
particular lover, who is the captain of the guard, is second to his cabinet member who left him to then go marry a woman.
Mm, all the
So
bisexualism all up
so
in there.
these right. So and like when people said to me, I can't believe you put a threesome in book 3. But book 3 opens up with James in the bed with 2 women. People skip right over
Mm,
that. That's the first scene in the book. He is in, so that tells you you're going to end up in a threesome somewhere. But
mm.
people they skip right over it because James is getting out of the bed.
Who we? Who? Joan, girl. The conversations with you just be, oh, they be so dope. I love it. I love it so. We do have a question. What made you decide to pair the ambassador with his nurse? Maybelle. Yeah, yes.
Maybelle.
Maybelle, yes.
Yeah. So I had a the so when you go to the scene where Black is showing up to Blacktown, and the men walk him to the back and show him the coffin, and they open it up and they think it's the ambassador, and Black says it's not the ambassador. So it was the ambassador. I actually killed off Bainsworth, and in a conversation with Alexandria House, she said, "Bitch, I had enough. You finna get him out this coffin, and you finna rework this damn story. And don't tell me nothing. You gonna figure it out." And
Cause
so she said, "You gonna put him with somebody named Maybell and stop this shit. You keep killing people." So,
thank
she
you,
said,
Alex.
yeah, so and girl, for like 3 days, I'm walking around the house trying to figure out how to get him out of the coffin because I had written up to that part and I had like something, so I had to rework that whole scene because Alex wanted Bainsworth to live, and I said, "This is a hot ass mess." She said, "Give him somebody named Bainsworth and stop this. I mean, Maybell and stop this shit." So, so so I got up one morning and it felt like I was stressed about it. And I was like, "Well, I have this worked out." She said, "You just need to figure this out." And so I get up one morning and I felt like I got myself a cup of coffee, and Black stepped into my living room and said, "We got to work this out because we tired of standing on this damn porch." And
Mm,
so
mm.
um, I just said, "Black, do you know who is in the coffin?" And Black said, "If you don't get your ass in this cabin and write down who's in the bed, not be Bainsworth." And I said, "Okay." So I had to rework it, but originally, ladies, Bainsworth was killed, and it was him in the coffin.
Whew, Miss House, we appreciate all that you have done. Cause we didn't need him to be dead. We wanted him to have his boo. Thank you for that. And Black be talking to you like that, huh? Oh, I love it.
Yes, yes,
Did he
and
say
that
anything about
particular
me?
day.
He didn't
No,
say nothing about
no,
me.
no, because he too busy cursing me out. Not yet, not yet.
Oh,
Because he
okay.
too busy.
Clearly he
But
did
you
because
know
I'm
what?
sure that he would have said like, "Hey, you're not gonna put Tam in the book." I okay.
He probably is saying that about Tam in book 6, but I won't speak to him so I can stay away from book 6.
That's how you gonna do me.
That's how. That's how but
It's fine.
I got up one morning and I envisioned myself standing on the porch behind Elbert, and James was to my left, and we were all facing Black, who was annoyed. And Elbert said, "You know who's in the coffin, don't you?" And Black didn't answer. So I stepped out from behind Albert and I said, "Do you know, Black? Can you tell me who's in there?" And Black said, "Get your ass in the house." And I said, "Okay, guys, see you later." So I
Mm,
spent the rest of the morning trying to figure it out. But it did take me 3 days to rework the end of the book because, Alex, of course, told me something funny to write. And I said, "Girl, that will not fit because the book is too grim for that." So I can't. So I had to rework the book and save the character. Yeah.
Speaking of funny though, this book was funny. They was kikiing all up and through this book. I said, "Oh, y'all better crack y'all jokes. I'm here for it. Honey. I am here for it." I said, "Oh, this is a funny little crew we got right here." And shout out to the fort and beyond, quote unquote, and beyond, because now we got Blacktown. I love that. I love that. I'm trying to figure out, so where I want to live at. Do I want to live in the fort or do I want to live in Blacktown? Mm. I feel like I'm an OG in this thing. So I'm gonna stick with the fort. So people in the comment section, I need y'all to tell me where y'all want to live. Y'all living in the fort or y'all gonna live in Blacktown? I, I mean, I could commute. You know what I'm saying? Get me a
You
little
can't
buggy.
you gonna commute.
I can commute, go back and forth between the two. Huh? Okay. Okay. Y'all tell me where y'all living at. Cause when I come to Blacktown, I may need to just grab a room from one of y'all because I, I feel like the fort is about to be my spot. Okay, let me see. I know I have some other questions in here. Oh, da, 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 da. Wait. Oh, oh, there was okay. There was this part where Elbert sent message to Black that they needed some help and he needed to come ASAP. And it was in
Right.
code, right?
Right.
Can you discuss with us the breakdown of that code? Like how did he know? How did Black know that what they were trying to say in this coded message?
So, Black put Elbert in charge without Elbert realizing it. So I think in my mind, we viewed that if a message were to come, it would have come from Elbert. And so because of that, he assumed, but he wasn't sure. But he did know someone was hurt. Okay. So the message is supposed to explain 1 from 4 leaves 3, 1 from 3 leaves 2, how grand it would be if 2 and 2 made 5. So, what the message interprets to is that Black, Elbert, Otis, and James make 4 brothers. Otis is killed. That leaves 3 brothers. So that's 1 from 4. 1 from 3 means that something happened, possibly to James, because Elbert is the person in charge. And Black sent a message to Elbert to check out room 225. So Elbert is saying, we might be down another brother, and the trouble is coming from room 225.
Cha, cha, baby, cause I didn't get it. This is why these types of conversations are so important. Cause I didn't know that. I didn't pick up on that, child. Okay, did y'all know that? Let me check this comment section because they probably did. Cause your people they so smart. They just be figuring stuff out and oh, I'm just saying, who knew that? Room 225. I'm about to have to go back and read that scene again too. Oh, you are so smart. I love how you just be writing and making people think and stuff, John. Mm. Wait, somebody said, "Oh, they got it." Oh, Angie, you got that one. I did. Okay. You a better woman than me, child. I'm with India. I'm with India. Wow. Wow. I didn't know. Okay. Okay. So Lisa figured out the room number was mentioned. All right. I'm gonna be rereading that part again too. You just be dropping all the jewels on us. Let's see any if there are. You know what? Let me stop. There were some questions a little further up. I think I got distracted a little bit. But there is a question about how you research for your scenes. And so kind of to expand on this question, are there any specifics in this particular book that we may not recognize is based in truth,
Yeah.
but is there from your research? Because of course, the whole Abe Lincoln thing is based in truth. So, are there any other little nuggets in the fort that's like that as well?
Yes. One of the main things that I got a lot of text messages that said, did Black just ride into Niggerville? And I would laugh because um, Niggerville is all over the United States. There is Nigger Creek, Nigger Hollow, Nigger Road. And so that was on purpose, and a lot of people didn't catch it. So if you Google Nigger Creek or Nigger Hollow, you'll see that some of these names didn't even change until 2015, 13. Um, I was in a clubhouse about maybe 6 months back, and a young lady told me in South Carolina they have a street that from when she was little, it was called Nigger Road. And although it's Main Street, it has been dubbed by the white people to be Nigger Road. And so, even though the teachers and things say, stop saying you live off Nigger Road, the people there in 2021 are still saying, oh, just off Nigger Road. So, I know people think that I put Niggerville in there to be funny, but Niggerville is all over the country. If you go back to old maps and different things, these are things that are not new. And so if you type in Nigger Creek, you'll get to find these things. And so these things are added again for you to get the a real condition while the story is fictional.
Mm, yeah, you do that so well though. Like you always give us something to go back and research. Cause now I got the Google, child. I'm writing my notes and everything. Shoot, I feel like I'm in somebody's doggone uh college
Oh
course.
goodness.
They need to be breaking your books down in some of these schools. By the way, are they? Is it happening?
I was getting it I was getting it what is it here? Clark Atlanta used to have me come out, but with the pandemic, I haven't been out in a while.
Girl,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, you out here doing the college tour?
Well, they used to have me come for their critical thinking class, critical theory class. And I used to do one class every couple of months at Clark University.
Joan, ma'am,
And
you just kind of breezed right over that. Like that's not a big deal.
I mean, it is.
What,
It is. I think she had
girl?
me out about maybe 3 or 4 times, and I was grateful because nobody knew about me. And the class, they're reading the book, and they had to do work on it, and so they had me out to discuss it. And usually it was black. Well, it was only black. I had some people that went further and contacted me separately, but yes, and I thank Clark Atlanta. Um, her name is Georgette, and she was a professor in the acting chair at the time. And so I was thankful to her because nobody knew about me. The lady from Medu recommended me to her, and she had me come out.
Oh my goodness. You was out here in the college rooms teaching black. That is so exciting. Okay, wait, I need more on this. So it was critical thinking, but were the students required to read your book?
Yes.
Oh,
They
okay.
were required to read the book and do a paper on it, and part of that was having me come out. So it was a wonderful experience, right? These are PhD students, so it was a wonderful experience, especially since I barely got out of high school. So I mean, God is able, is He not?
Oh, won't he do it? Won't
Yeah,
he will? Oh, I
absolutely.
love it.
Hmm.
You better be a college professor, even if it was 3 or 4 times. You was a college professor, John. Huh?
Well, I
You
was
out
more
here
of
on
an
college
author.
campuses teaching from your own book. Like that's a
I
big deal.
it is, and I think that it was an experience for me because I never saw it coming, and I would be anxious. I would get there. The class was always loving, and I think what I will do is I will dig back in my pictures and I will share them in the fort tonight with one of the classes.
That would be great. That would be great. Now, did you get a chance to read any of the papers? Lisa wants to know.
No, I didn't get a chance to read any of the papers.
Okay. Okay. Dang.
I was part of whatever happened before the
So
paper happened.
Mm, okay. All right. Okay. Because I just remember being in college, and one of the authors that we actually didn't have to read the book, but we ended up reading the book, and she came and spoke, and I just thought she was amazing. That was Sister Soldier. Though
Wow.
that was a big deal, and we know that Sister Soldier is, huge,
Yes.
and you're right there on the same kind of pedestal as authors like Sister Soldier. And I mean, that's oh my
I
goodness.
know, and when you say
Okay.
me and Sister Soldier, I can tell you what I did do with her. She did a book signing at Madu Books, and I was one of the cashiers. That's what I did. And
Humble.
she's wonderful. I was worn out from pushing buttons because the line was all the way out, people. And she was just wonderful the way she talked to everybody and it took time with everybody and took a picture. And I was just in awe of her. So yeah, that's my experience with her being a cashier. And she probably didn't even notice it. She does probably don't even know. Yeah.
Mm. John, I would like to share with you one of the biggest takeaways from your books. I want to share this with you, and it is I sees it the same. Huh? I sees it the same. And I say this in my like in every day. Whether I literally now, I work with residents and everything because I work in property management, and then they get on the phone with me because they want to discuss some things, and I find myself saying, "Well, I don't see it the same. Uh, I don't see it the same." And then on occasion, I'm like, "Well, I see it the same, so we can do something about that." But more often, I'm like, "Well, I don't see it the same." So that's one of the biggest takeaways. Like, it is literally like embedded into my life at this point.
That's good stuff.
and and then I'm also going to share one of my favorite quotes from this book. Let me read this. As a babe, every man in here done climbed up out of some colored pussy. As men, we each spend a good deal of time trying to climb back up in it. Hmm. Yeah, colored pussy needs to be watched over. What would we do without it? Huh? Ain't it a word though? Truer words have never been spoken. Huh?
Oh my goodness, I'm so tickled. Oh my goodness.
I
Mm.
said, y'all better protect all of the punani. You understand me? Not
Okay.
just not just the old sweet and wifey punani, but
All of it. All of it.
the brown chicken wild, the whole punani deserves some love too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
goodness.
let's say everybody get
Ooh.
protected. I love it.
Mm-mm-mm.
The wives,
Mm-mm.
the kids, the elderlies, the hoes. I'm just, I just loves me the 22. I loves me the 22. I do. And Joan, you sent me a list of the couples. Well, no, you sent me the
Yes.
list of the 22, right? And so you got them coupled up with, they bay and all of that type of stuff. And it was
Mm-hmm.
four of them. It was four of them that didn't have no woman, right? And so what I said was, I needed to be hooked up with one of them four because I'm single, they single.
They single, right?
Yeah. So this was kind of like where I was supposed to come in to the story at least. You didn't put me in the pussy parlor. You know what I'm saying? So I could have been, I could have been one of the four's woman. I could have been, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and we gonna get me a man right now because we got four, y'all. It's four single men, and we're gonna go ahead and get them hooked up. Okay. So we got Emmett. We got Emmett. Somebody put these names in the comment. I don't know who can do it. If somebody want to volunteer, because I'm gonna give you these names before we close out on this evening. We gonna play matchmaker. Okay. So Emmett, is one. He one of the single men. Then Jesse. Jesse's another one. Y'all getting these names? Emmett and Jesse. Okay, they're my first two. Then we got Josiah. Josiah is our number 3 single man, part of the 22 who needs him a good woman by his side. I wish I had pictures. Dang, I should have some pictures. And then Herman. Herman is number 4. All
And
right. So
Ralph.
who else we got?
Ralph,
It's
number 13.
who?
Ralph.
Ralph. I didn't put down
Yes.
Ralph.
It's on
Okay.
the list.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay. You sure Ralph ain't have him a woman?
He didn't have a woman.
He did. Oh, okay. Well, we got 5. Ralph. All right. So Emmett, Jesse, Josiah, Herman, and Ralph. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want Herman. I don't like his name. It don't go with my name. So somebody can have Herman. Okay. All right. So Emmett and Tam. ENT. That sounds pretty good. Okay. Jesse and Tam. J&T. J&T. Josiah is gonna be a J&T also. That's an R&T for Ralph and ENT. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take Emmett. I'm gonna take Emmett. I like his name. Our names flow. Emmett is my man now. So y'all can go ahead and add Tam next to Emmett. All right, so we only got 4 more left. Who want Jesse? Wait, Booker? It's a Booker. Wait, no. Okay, we're gonna have to have a whole nother conversation for Booker.
Because this is just the original. I didn't give you the men from Blacktown.
Okay. That's what it was then. Cause I seen Booker and I said, now wait a minute. No, Booker. See, I take the black cracker because Callie stay running. Man from on heaven, don't do that. Don't do that. We got through this whole conversation and had to say nothing about Callie because you know Callie just she stirs it up. We really trying to avoid this. But real quick, I'm kind of glad that you just kind of like steer clear of a bunch of Callie discussion in this book. I was so thankful because I didn't want to be bothered with her ass. Okay. Okay. Who else we got? Because Emmett is gone. Emmett is my man. Who wants Jesse? Anybody? Don't give me Booker. I don't like Booker Hinge. Oh, y'all don't want Jesse and Josiah and Herman and Ralph?
You don't like
Oh,
Booker?
I guess all of
Booker
y'all
is
got
the
me.
doctor. He's
Is
the
that what it
doctor
is?
at the other at the Blacktown.
Who was Booker?
He was the one that delivered the woman's baby.
He in Blacktown. No, we talking about the originals.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we talking
I'm
about
just
the
trying
originals.
to understand what's happening.
No, okay. We trying to play matchmaker, but everybody in the comment section trying to act like they already got a man. they I guess they don't want Jesse. They don't want Josiah. They don't want Herman. Y'all okay? That's how y'all feel. Y'all just gonna
I
leave
could
these
write
men
you to
out
be
here.
polyamorous and give you all 5 of them.
Well, you know what? I mean, somebody's got to do it.
Right. You taking one for the team.
I'll take them all for the team. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, there we go. Deborah got Josiah. Okay, then Deborah. Deborah and Josiah. Those are 2 very nice biblical names too. Y'all sound like y'all just gonna be an awesome couple. I love it. Yes, Deborah. Yes, Josiah. I like it. Okay, let's scratch Josiah off. Boom. Emmett gone. So we still got Jesse, Herman, and Ralph. All right. Okay, well, listen. We only got 3 more minutes. So we got 1 minute left that we can play matchmaker. See, yeah, I'm with Ebony. This sounded a little too much like like a grandpa. Herman.
Y'all wrong for that.
I don't no, I don't need a Herman.
Ebony,
I don't
wrong
need
for
a
that.
Herman. Mm-mm. Okay, well listen, we gonna go ahead and we gonna conclude matchmaker for the 22. And we're going to settle with our two loves, which is me and Emmett, ENT, and and Deborah and Josiah. Boom. There we go. So listen, we only have like 1 minute left. Joan, if you want to say any final words to the people.
I'm just so thankful that everybody has embraced the series and enjoyed the series and has read the series over and over. You guys are wonderful, and thank you to ICU. You guys are always there, just supporting the hell out of me. I love that. Um, this community of readers and writers has been wonderful, and I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you.
Oh, awesome. Well, before I go, I just want to remind everyone that you do have a new release that is coming out at the end of this month, Loving Africa. You are also working on another book, Sedition. Mm.
Sedition. Hmm, hmm,
Sedition, I said it right. Working on that one, so everyone can be on the lookout for that. We are again celebrating the 1 year anniversary of the fort and beyond. We are thanking everyone for coming out tonight. DMs, Diamonds, the fort, ICU Reading, and Social Network. Before we go, we're just gonna read this message that we have from our president to you, Joan. And then we can go. All right. So thank you so much for rocking with ICU Reading for the month of April. And thank you for being a first for many of our experiences. You are definitely in a class of your own, and we are so proud of you. And it has
hmm.
been such a pleasure to experience your growth. ICU Reading looks forward to all that the future holds for you. So
Oh, thank you. Thank
thank
you
you, Joan.
guys.
Thank you to everyone for tuning in, and everyone, make sure that you are checking out Audible in Black, huh? Audible
Yeah,
in Black. Make sure you're checking out Tam Telling Tales. Make sure
yeah.
you are jumping into all of our groups, the ICU Reading and Chatting group, the Fort and Beyond, DMs Diamonds. All right, everybody. You all have a great night.
Thank you.